broadcast high school athletics
Online
from Portland's West Side.
We are West Side Mobile Media.
Banks, Oregon.
It has only been a short 5 months since these two schools last stepped onto the Venus Sanehi, but the Mavs have plenty of young mares ready for the hometown Braves of the Class 4A Kawapa. The past season was one of twists and turns that ended with a 3-game winning streak, including roughing up league foe Tillamook in a playoff game. This past June, 166 days they've had between that last game in June until today and the start of the 2021-22 campaign, which we hope will be a year filled with a full season and full enjoyment for these student athletes. Who are they? We'll talk about that as we get ready for high school girls basketball in the state of Oregon. The Riverdale Mavericks and the Banks Braves, live from Banks, Oregon, coming to you right now. I'm Jonathan Lee alongside Trevor Beard, my wonderful broadcast partner. And Trevor, it is good to finally be inside here at Banks High School and get ready for some hoops in winter.
Yeah, Jonathan, just a short just like a 6-game schedule for the state of Oregon last year due to COVID. I know they did have state championships, but it was kind of a shortened, only 4 teams were invited to the state playoffs. Normally it's 8 in the state of Oregon, but a very experienced Lady Braves basketball team returns. Maggie Streblow, Katie Grossnickel hasn't seen a lot of time on varsity, but has swung some as a JV player the last couple of years. She brings some additional size to this team at 6'3". Previous years, she has been kind of underweight, not super coordinated, but a great rebounder, not really a player you trust to score around the basket unless she's picked up that as a skill since last varsity season, but she'll add some much-needed rebounding to the Braves at 6'3". Nia Johnson will start in the post. Madison Walker will also see a lot of playing time in the post, 5'10", but plays a lot bigger. Both Nia and Madison listed at 5'10", but Madison looks to be closer to me. Probably technically the second tallest player on the team outside of Katie Grossnickel. Haley Evans, you and I talked about her earlier in the season. She's a great all-around athlete, softball, baseball, basketball, long history of athletics with the Evans family in Banks. This is my 7th season. Her two older brothers, Jake and Jared. Jared was part of the 4A state Triple Crown in basketball, football, and baseball. Haley Evans is an incredible defender, incredible shooter, and it's fun to see her play, especially defensively. She can average at least 4 to 5 steals a game, and I'll be surprised if by the end of the season she is not Kawapa League Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on this Banks Braves team, and some talent that if you're a scout for the to just continue to build up that program that Michael Meek has got built over there on the Bluff, the Banks Braves are a team you want to be watching, because I'm just thinking about it, watching them warm up, who come in from Southwest Portland. They've got 3 players on this team that were second-team All-League in the spring 2021 season, and they are led by the senior Jolynn Trippy and also Abby Zaraski, a junior. They were both Trippy was a junior last year, Zaraski a sophomore, and they are the captains for the Riverdale Mavericks here, and also Cosette Mia. She played as a freshman on that undefeated team for Riverdale last year, now stepping up as a sophomore. Newcomers to the team for Riverdale include Isabel Mia. She wears the letter O. That should tell you all you need to know right there. We know what kind of players wear the letter O in this state. Isabel Mia is a 5'8" freshman on varsity, and watch for the Mavs to be sure. Also, newcomer to the varsity this year for Riverdale is 5'9" senior Reese Kagan. She provides that senior leadership mentality with Jolynn. Much more to talk about, as we've still got about 5.5 minutes before tip-off here from Banks High School. You are live
on quality and customer satisfaction. They offer stone countertop fabrication and installation and cabinet installation services. They'll do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based locally in Washington County, they'll do jobs in most Portland metro locations. Call 503-753-9993 or email jasonbondremodeling@gmail.com. Jason Bond Remodeling, Oregon CCV number 227733.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, including custom cakes and quick hot food from their in-store deli.
In Banks High School, as we've got about 4 minutes before tip-off here, enough time to talk about, we told you who the players in these two matchups are. Time to talk about the other High School starters being introduced down on the floor. As I told you about, number 11, Abby Zaraski is one of the starters for the Riverdale Mavericks. Also number 20, Joel Lynn Trippy. She is a senior. Another starter, number 23, Sydney Cole, will be starting for Riverdale. And Cosette Mia, as told you about, also one of those all-league selections at the end of the 20 college. For the Banks Braves, your Banks Braves, it's Maggie Streblow starting at one guard. Joining her in the starting lineup this evening is number 12, Katie Grossnickel. And number 15, Nia Johnson, as we talked about, will likely be in the post for the Banks Braves at 6'3". And number 22, Madison Walker, also in the starting lineup. And number 23, we told you about, she's feisty on defense. Haley Evans rounds out the starting five for Coach Brandon Begley. Any surprises there in the starting five, Trevor?
Really, Katie Grossnick, a little bit of a surprise. Not a lot of starting experience, but we'll talk about that after tonight's national anthem.
Of the national anthem, a cappella version here by one of the production crew here at Banks High School. A student-led crew. It's nice. School saw them out at some of the football games as well, doing some closed circuit work. Great to see, Trevor, young talent like that stepping up and getting a chance to get some skills.
Mm-hmm. Also student-led national anthem.
So we are getting ready to go. Both of these teams have almost identical school colors. For the Banks Braves, it's blue, Vegas gold, and white. They're wearing the white jerseys with blue numerals. And for Riverdale, it's blue, silver, and white, and they're wearing blue road jerseys and white numerals. The tip is controlled by the Banks Braves. Haley Evans will work it up across the line. She gets it over to Streblow. Back on top to Evans. Swing it over to the right corner. Inside to Nia Johnson. Lost the handle on it. And here we go the other way on the break for the Mavericks. Controlling things there for the Mavericks is Abby Zaraski. Again, an all-league selection in the spring campaign. Number 24 drives inside. Pulls up the foul. That is Reese Kagan. Or, beg your pardon, Cosette Mia, who drives inside. And she'll be at the line shooting 2 shots for Riverdale. First one is up, and it's off the back of the iron, no good. So she'll get one more. Trevor, did you catch who that foul was on?
I did not. We had a little bit of a technical issue with, I think, some Wi-Fi issues, but I think we're up and running now with the broadcast.
And Cosette Mia missed it underneath their own basket. They are moving right to left as you see things. Nice pass inside to number 22, Madison Walker, who went up with it and was fouled. So she didn't get the hoop, but she'll get the punishment with 2 free throws. So a couple of drives here inside early on. That one on a nice pass inside. Good.
Getting the ball inside to Madison and Naya. A little bit surprised to see both those players in at the same time.
And second free throw rolls around. Now Haley Evans controlling it in between the circles. Lost the ball, gets it back on the right side. Down in the corner to Walker. Bounces it over to Grossnickel, and the ball goes in, and it's a quick 4-0 lead here for the Banks Braves with just under 7 minutes to go.
For that time with the putback. Haley Evans with another steal. Nice
and
pass.
Evans with the pass to nice, great punishment. Braves are off 6-0 now with 6.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. This game starting off a little bit like the JV game did for the Banks Braves. Won by the Braves. There's a 3-pointer right there coming back the other way out front by it. Passes it over into the left corner. Back into Zaraski. Dribbles out of trouble. Haley Evans is giving all kinds of problems on defense. And there's another 3. This time shot up and good by Jolynn. Zaraski driving in. No good. Rebound Haley Evans. And she's going to bring it up. And Knight is off me. And I think she's got a point spell. 12-11. Glad to have you with us. Back down to Banks. Going to the left side, and that is Kroll from about Rasky left side. Bouncing over into the corner now, the left corner. That is a dangerous spot. You don't want to pick the ball up down there. And they're going to try inside. Bad idea is Banks' defense right there closing in on that little triangle right there. Zaraski has it out front, and yep, she double dribbles. You pick the ball up and then put it back on the floor, and that's going to be a turnover. Back to Banks with 1:39 to go, opening quarter. It's Banks 14 and Riverdale 11. Coming back into the game for the Banks Braves is Maggie Streblo. So Streblow's out there. Madison Walker is on the court. Leonie Kroll is out there.
Braves definitely with a height advantage now with Shalich out for Riverdale and Madison Walker in at the low post.
Ball skipped up on the pass there, but Banks runs it down and trying to go inside, but Madison Walker just couldn't hang on to it as she landed out of bounds, and the ball's going to go back to Riverdale. Cosette Mia inbounding the ball. Going to get that ball into Jolynn Trippy, who brings it up across the timeline. Trippy now on the left side. Going to drive inside. Nope, pulls up, gives it up to Zaraski. Back over to some help on the left wing. Goes back to Zaraski on the left wing. Drives inside. Kick it out to the corner. 3-ball. Nope. Rebound. Maggie Streblo needs some help. And she's got some double team pressure, a little bit token pressure in backcourt. Picks up a dribble. Gets it across the line now. Nice display of ball movement for the Banks Braves. And getting the reward right there is Katie Grossnickel inside. And it's 16-11. Grossnickel gets her first 2 of the first quarter. 16-11. Braves leading now. Zaraski whips the ball over right corner. Thought about a 3. Now it goes over to Cosette Mia, who hits a 3 from the left corner. And that is how the Riverdale Mavericks are looking to keep in this ball game, as it's 16-14 now. Braves have it back the other way, and bad pass. It's going to go into the backcourt. It was tipped, but Riverdale gets it back anyways and takes up a shot in the lane. No good. Rebound comes down to Madison Walker for the Braves, and she gets it up to Kroll. Kroll has it right wing, met right there by pressure, but gets over to Streblo. Takes our score after 1 quarter. It is your Banks Braves 16, Riverdale 14. Back after this timeout. You're locked on to Banks basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Small businesses represent so much more than the uniqueness of our area and the personality of our communities. Local business also represents the hard work and history of the places we live, which is why Wana Credit Union is staying open, so that your business can stay open too. Wana Credit Union offers all Stop by a branch, reach out to our commercial team, or check out wanafcu.org to open your doors and keep them open so that your business thrives for years to come. Wana Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Right on with Riverdale's points.
And we're back. Jonathan is taking a look at some stat stuff. 16-14 after the first quarter. And Jonathan, Banks has been doing it with their defense, fast break opportunities off of steals, and Riverdale's been doing it from beyond the arc. That's the bulk of the scoring for both teams.
Yeah, Riverdale's they're trying to drive inside, but Banks is just doing a great job of filling up the middle and plugging that, and so it's forcing the Mavs to kick the ball outside, and fortunately they've been hitting them. A couple of threes by Jolynn Trippy in the first quarter and a couple by Cosette Mia as well, and that's 12 points right there, 12 of the 14. Back to action now. Sydney Cole, and the ball's taken away. Here come the Braves, back the other way, and it's going to be Streblo with the ball. Get it over to Evans, down low into Walker. Madison looks around, gets it into Nia Johnson, who's back into the game, and she gets it up to the left side to
from beyond the. Eventually, as a defense, you want to keep forcing your opponent to shoot from the outside, because eventually you're not going to keep that same hot shooting usually for an entire game. And Riverdale's been able to find a little bit of something here, trying to work the ball inside.
Josie Kimmel was called for the foul as the free throw is good by Isabel Mia. Is rims off, no good. Rebound to Nia Johnson. 20-15. Braves still lead by 6. Evans has it right wing. And the foul is going to be called again on Josie Kimmel. That is her second foul. Or, I'm sorry, that number 11 on the other side, Abby Zaraski, is the foul. 2 number 11s in the game. And the free throw is up and good by Jolynn Janicek. Her first free throw. She's going to get one more here.
It's Jocelyn.
21-15. Second free throw up, no good. Rebound coming down to the Mavericks. And they try to get it up to number 32, Olivia Skalich, and it just goes off of her, too high off of her fingertips, out of bounds, back to the Braves. 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Banks 21, Riverdale 15 as we get some substitutions coming into the game for Riverdale as Adeline Chanty. She comes in for Sydney Cole. Haley Evans has the ball at the point, goes inside to Nia Johnson, lost it, gets it back, puts it up, no good. Rebound coming down to Riverdale, controlled by Abby Zaraski. She'll bring it up with a head of steam, driving to the left, kicks it out to the left wing. That's Jolynn Trippy. She gets it over to Chanty. And the ball is stolen away. Banks has the ball now, looking the other way, right to left. Being hounded by Abby Zaraski. Abby Zaraski is a fierce, tenacious defender out there. Banks does get it across the timeline, gets it over the left wing. A three ball from the corner to Janicek, and it's no good, but they do score. It's 23-15 the other way.
Nia Johnson with the putback off the air ball.
(23-15). Zaraski has it out high for Riverdale. Another three ball from the left wing, no good. Rebound coming down to Banks, and they get it up to Evans. She's got a one-on in double figures for the first time tonight at 25-15.
Beautiful entry into the low pass, or into the low block.
Zaraski trying to go bounce pass inside, but it's stolen away. We got a 2-on-1. Evans going inside late. It's her first, unofficially, team's 6th team foul, so the Braves will be in the bonus. We've got a 30-second timeout called by the coaching staff, so we'll just leave it right here as we got 2 free throws coming up here with 4:05 to go. And the Braves leading it 25-15, just being right there in the passing lanes as Riverdale kind of forcing things a little bit too much. And
some beautiful interior passing, too, when they are forced to set up their offense. Nia Johnson, last time down on the last basket, beautiful entry pass into the low block from Jocelyn Janicek.
Banks still going with Johnson. Haley Evans, who will be at the free point. May not be a huge scorer for the Braves, but she stands out in the intangible aspects of the game.
Especially defensively.
And we have seen that here tonight so far. She's been a fierce competitor out there on defense. 3 points, though. 26-15. Braves lead by 11. Zaraski with the ball. Thought about a three. Kicks it over to her teammate in the corner. 19-footer. Air ball. And a rebound put back on a little underhand, little scoop shot is Cosette Mia. And she's got 8 points tonight as trims the lead to 9 points for the Braves now. Ball right corner three, no good. Rebound knocked off of Zaraski, and it's going to be Banks Braves ball. Excuse me, it's knocked away by Madison Walker, and Riverdale is going to get the ball. Zaraski was right there in front of the official, but she's got the ball now for Riverdale, bringing it up, walking it across this time, maybe a little tired, being chased down by Kroll. Get it up top to Cosette Mia, and she walked with a basketball. Yes, she did. 3:22 to go before halftime. Banks 26, Riverdale 17, and Banks will inbound on the far sideline in back court. They'll do so, getting it into Kroll. She's being hounded, and I mean hounded, by Jolynn Trippy. And Trippy's going to get caught with her hand in the cookie jar for a foul. And that's going to send Kroll to the free throw line for 1-1, as that is the 7th team foul on Riverdale. With 3:16 to go, 26-17 Banks. Takes a couple dribbles, eyes the hoop, long look at the hoop. And it just rounded off, no good, but a lane violation is the call against Riverdale. Someone jumped into the lane too early, so Leone is going to get the second free throw. I really studying that hoop, and it didn't pay off. Missed it again. 0 for 2, ball going out of bounds. Nice hustle by Madison Walker trying to save it over there on the far sideline, but just couldn't quite catch up to it, and goes out of bounds back to Riverdale with 3:14 to go here in the second quarter. Abby Zaraski has it. Now she's going to try right side, met by Streblo. Still going, gets it back up top, swing it over to the left side. Left wing three, no good. Rebound comes down to Banks. Into the hands of Jocelyn Janisic. Janisic has it, left wing, now dribbles up, goes over to the right wing, back into the corner to Madison Walker. Thought about a three, drives baseline, kick it over to Streblo. Three-pointer left corner, no good. Rebound tipped around, Streblo has it, back on top to Janisic. Back over to Streblo, pulled back, now dribbles. Over to Madison Walker, right corner, steps in front, little 19-footer, no good. Into the hands of Janisic, still no good, and ball out of bounds to Riverdale. A lot of opportunities there, but credit the Banks Braves, Trevor, that time of getting those second chances and third chance, I think 4 chances there, but just couldn't get the ball in the back of the hole. And here we go, Riverdale bringing it up. Those are the kind of plays that just makes Coach Begley just scratch his head.
Katie Raines getting ready to come in for the first time tonight.
Zaraski, no good, and that's a travel. Yeah, saw that one. Jocelyn, or excuse me, not Jocelyn. That
Leone.
On the wrong page. That was Leone Kroll, who tried to set up for a three, and she kind of took a bunny hop towards it to go towards it. And I was kind of hoping that they were going to not see that, but the official was right there on it. So a turnover to the Braves. Still a 9-point lead with 1:44 to go and counting. Get the ball over to Mia. Now back up to Zaraski. Going over to Trippy, and we got a foul inside, and that's going to be called on Madison Walker. It's just the 5th team foul on the Braves this half. No good, rebound ran down, was back inside to Cosette Mia, and her shot's no good. Ball's loose on the court, controlled by Banks. And we got a timeout called by Coach Brandon Begley as he wants to kind of clean things up. 1:08 to go here in the second quarter. Just wants to kind of tone down the pace a little bit, getting a little bit too ragged, a little bit too rolling. We'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Banks Basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Welcome back to Banks High. Braves leading the Riverdale Mavericks 26-17 with 68 seconds to go before halftime. And it's going to be the Braves inbounding it just down to our right. Maggie Streblow walks it across the midcourt line.
Banks Post, or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. I'm Chris Recheck, your advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 503-359-4092 or visit
for 10 points to knock down those threes. And when you mentioned they had a couple of 1-point leads there in the first quarter, and that's really how they were able to get that edge, was with the threes crease and get through there and get some of those shots to knock down. They could continue that run. But if you're the Banks Braves, you just want to come out and just start your own run in that run, and not let that run continue here into the third quarter. Start your own run, get that momentum back, get that lead back up to double digits. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to start banging away threes. You can just little by little chip away. That'll do it. And get that back up there. But you got to get the momentum, definitely. You can't let this momentum continue for Riverdale. 8 minutes up on the clock. We're ready for the start of the third quarter. Looks like it's going to be the same starting fives for both teams. For the Banks Braves, that's going to be Maggie Streblow, Madison Walker, Haley Evans, and actually one addition, because it looks like it's going to be Katie Grossnickel going to get the start also out there instead of, and also, Nia Johnson is starting in the middle. Looks like they're coming out in a little bit of a 2-3 zone, maybe a 2-3 zone here to start for Bays. Riverdale going right to left now as you and I see things together. They get it inside to Scalich, and no good, but she almost gets a steal, and the ball's controlled by Riverdale in backcourt. They get off to Duraski from the three, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, trying to save for Banks, but they save it right to Riverdale. Little helter-skelter action here to start the second quarter, but Abby Duraski controls it. Little left wing three, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Banks Braves. That's Nia Johnson controlling it. He gets it up to Haley Evans, and here come the Braves. Haley Evans going to stop just in front of us. Now gets it off to Streblow. Back to Evans. Haley directing traffic, directing the post where to be. That's Grossnickel. To Streblow. Three-pointer on the way, no good, and kind of a lackluster effort at a rebound by Grossnickel. Here comes Riverdale, and they're going to score it. Cosette Mia picking up where she left off, coming down, cherry picking a little bit, and it's a 8-0 run dating back to the second quarter. Evans has it over to Streblow, right wing, holds the ball high, now going to go inside, get it back on top, whip the ball over the left side, back inside to Nia Johnson. Nia comes out, gets it off to Grossnickel. Grossnickel, little bunny hop, 18-footer, no good. Rebound coming down to Scalich. And here comes Riverdale, trying to build on their 8-0 run, down 3. Get the ball to Mia. Over to Zaraski, left corner three, it's good! Three-pointer for Abby Zaraski, drips it down, and we are tied at 26. It's an 11-0 run for Riverdale. Evans, get the ball inside the corner, Madison Walker, left corner, no good. Rebound coming down to Riverdale. Zaraski has it, running up the floor. It's an 11-0 run now for Riverdale. and they've evened it. And they've turned it over. Madison Walker has it up to Streblo. She's bringing it up. Eyes up the floor. Watch behind you. Got it. Yeah, there you go. Side no good, but there is a foul underneath on the shot. It's going to be 2 shots for Madison Walker. Run continues, 11-0, and we're right back where we started.
And Riverdale not having the success you would expect from a team that had momentum ending the first half, but able to put points on the board.
And Madison Walker, first free throw is rims off the front of the iron. And we got some substitutions for Riverdale. We'll get that to you as we go. One of them is Isabel Mia, the letter O, checking in. Mia provided a spark off the bench in the first half for Riverdale, so see if she can do it again. Currently on an 11-0 run, and the free throw no good by Madison Walker. Got to make your free throws. Mia has the ball underneath, but she walked with it in the lane before she got the ball out to her teammate Shalich, and that's a turnover. So 5:22 to go here in the third quarter. Tied at 26. Banks has the ball underneath their own basket. Nia Johnson inside to Streblo. Right corner, dribbles inside, stops, pulls up a dribble, works it around to Evans. Inside, trying to go for Nia Johnson on the lob, but it's just too tall for her. Goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Braves with 5:15 to go. Still tied at 26. Braves need to stop the bleeding right here. It's an 11-0 run. Zaraski has it. Over to Mia. Coset Mia. No good. Rebound Madison Walker. Another chance for the Braves to regain control. Evans brings it up. Going to just drive it herself. Kick it over to Janisic. Trying to go over there. Ball's tipped. Still trying to find the balls. Treblo comes away with it. Inside to Walker. Too much for her to handle. And it's a turnover. Now we got another turnover back the other way. Who wants the ball? And it comes down to Banks, and we got a foul called. No, timeout. Timeout. That's going to be called by the coach. Most certainly. Official is going to talk about it. And no, looks like we got a foul before the timeout. I thought he signaled for a timeout, but it's a foul, and that's going to be called on. Haley Evans has it up top, walks it across the midcourt stripe. Now going to drive inside, kick it over to Janisic for a long two, just inside the three-pointer.
Crowell.
And number it's 28-26 for Leonie Krall. Mia has it up top to Jurassic or Zaraski, and Mark Scarlett wants to talk it over right now. He calls a timeout. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 4:18 to go, 26. They did cut into the run. Back after this, you're listening to Banks Basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to check out Oregon Coffee Roaster. Based in the Portland foothills, this wholesale roaster has decades of experience offering quality Arabica coffee and loose-leaf tea to businesses. Whether you're a business customer interested in a bulk order of 10 pounds or more, or a residential customer interested in smaller quantities, contact them today for your coffee needs. Call 503-647-5102 or visit their website, OregonCoffee.com.
.418 to go here in the third quarter as the teams break their huddle. And we'll see what Coach Mark Scarlett has dialed up and said to his team as they try to force it to Raski. Inside to Skalaski or Skalich, and around and off. No good. Rebound comes down to the Braves. It's Evans bringing it up. Evans over into the corner. Little shot, again. Jumper, no good. Just can't buy a bucket right now for the Braves.
It was good. It was Crowell.
And here comes the Riverdale Mavericks. They're going to count that last shot. Isabel Mia holds the ball high overhead, and Evans tried to bat it away. They're going to call her for a foul. I did not see a foul at all. I saw her hit the ball. I mean, she got all ball there. It's like, dude, what are you watching? I mean, that was all ball. I totally saw that. My eyes were right there on the play. Bad call against the Braves right there. A big time break for the Mavericks. But they have the ball, 3:35 to go, down 4. Mia gets it inside to Isabel Mia. Goes up, traveling is the call inside. That's her second time that Isabel Mia has been whistled for a foul, but that's a freshman mistake. She'll learn from that, and she'll bounce back. And it's only the first game of a long season. 3:28 to go, 30-26. Braves lead by 4. Evans bringing it up. Now going to dry into attack mode. Gets it up to her teammate. No good. Rebound by Streblo. Staying with it. Rebound again off the window. Down and count the basket and the foul. She'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Maggie Streblo staying with it on the block. Young people, that's a lesson for you. Stick-to-itiveness. That is a word. Stay with it. Try, and try. It's going to pay off. It did there for Maggie Streblo. 2+1. And the bonus free throw on the way. It's no good. Rebound, though, by Nia Johnson. She puts it up. It's no good. And rebound to Isabel Mia. Hounded by 2 defenders. She throws it right to Johnson, and she can't get it. Throws up a little shot in the lane. No good. Here comes Isabel Mia. And the Mavericks hounded again. The defense for the Braves is relentless. Evans has it straight down the middle. Score it, and that's an offensive foul. Yeah, she ran over the defender who did have possession right in front of her, was totally set. And, I saw her driving down. I was like, well, if they get set, that's going to be an offensive foul. And sure enough, it's an offensive foul on Haley Evans. Too bad because that was a great drive down the lane. But, offensive foul turnover. And the Mavs have the ball. They're going to walk it up this time. One of the rare times that they walk it up. Get over to Mia. Co-set Mia. On top to Zaraski. Thought about going to the right, now goes left. Now driving left, over to the left wing. Gonna drive inside, kick it out to the corner to co-set Mia. 3-ball, no good. Rebound to Streblo. Streblo trying to find someone to get it to. Gets it over to Kroll. Now up to Evans. Right at the Banks Arrowhead logo. Center court. Evans back to Kroll. 3-ball on the way. Ooh, just short off the front of the iron. And here comes the Mavs. Nice bounce pass over to Abby Zaraski. No good. Rebound coming down to the Braves. Evans coming back the other way. Going to run. Trying to beat Mia. Goes up. Off the window. No good. It is fouled, and she is going to shoot 2 shots, though. 2 shots coming up for Haley Evans. Some helter-skelter back-and-forth action here in the third quarter with under 2 minutes to go, with the Braves leading by 6 and a chance to add to that lead. Madison Walker is coming to the scores table to check in for the Braves. First free throw by Haley is around and down.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring in this third quarter. Pretty good defense played by both teams. I would probably be safe in saying that I think we've actually had more turnovers than points scored in the third quarter.
Definitely been a ragged pace in forcing those turnovers. Fourth free throw sank now by Haley Evans. That's her 4th point, trying for point number 5 right here. And it's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. 5 points now for Haley Evans unofficially, and the Braves have built their lead back up to 8 at 34-26. Answering that 11-0. Duraski over to a line, and she is fouled from behind. Reaching around her.
Janasek.
Classic reach is Jocelyn Janasek. Not a shooting foul, though, so Zaraski will inbound it for Riverdale underneath their own basket. Tries to get inside to Mia, but it is knocked away by Janasek. Jocelyn Janasek. Double J. 3J for 2J. Okay, they get inside to Mia. Back over to Zaraski. Left wing, right in front of her coach. Now dribbles up to the top of the key. Going to dribble behind her back. Go inside. Now out to Mia for a 3. No good. Rebound tipped around. Controlled by Haley Evans. But she has got some, she's got a little bug on her hip in the name of Abby Zaraski. Cross-court pass knocked away. That was telegraphed. Turnover for Banks. And another turnover back the other way by Evans up to Madison Walker. Push from behind. Pushed into the wall. I think I would throw up the double X on that one. I think that's intentional. because Madison Walker got behind her person and had the clear lane. I mean, not a clear path, but Coach Begley feels the same way I do. I think that was totally intentional, and it should be 2 shots and the ball, but nonetheless, it's still 2 shots. What do you think, Trevor?
Yeah, it looked like she was just trying to shove her so she couldn't score, trying to stop her late, doing whatever she could. I think she was more concerned about fouling her than
knocking the ball away, yeah. Right. First free throw, no good. Second free throw, also no good. Braves are going to, I'll tell you what, the Braves are going to be working on some free throws tomorrow in practice. And we got another foul here on the Banks Braves. That is going to go against Janicek. The 4th team foul on the Braves. Braves haven't fouled a lot. A lot more fouls on Riverdale this game, but Riverdale is very scrappy, very tenacious. And they have the ball right now. Cosette Mia brings it up. Excuse me, I'm saying Cosette Mia. That's Jolene Trippy that brings it up. Swings it over to Cosette Mia, who's into the game. Now it's back to Trippy, out high. If you're listening from Riverdale, thank you, and I beg your pardon there. Get it over to Isabel Mia, left wing. Back over to Cosette. She's going to drive inside, pull up, traveled, but scored. Traveled, not called, but scored. And it's 2 points. It's a 6-point game with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Braves have it inside to Madison Walker. Nice turnaround, no good. Gets her own rebound back and tipped away, and it's into the hands of Cosette Mia, who gets it up to Abby Zaraski. Brings it up right down the middle of the court. Finally gets it across under the watchful eye of Strablo. Give it over to inside to Isabel Mia, no good. Rebound, fought for. Who's going to win it? Nobody. No, we got a foul called. It looked like it was a jump ball, but a foul called. Going to get Maggie Streblo. Yeah, Maggie Streblo called for the foul. I don't know. I'm not buying it, Trevor.
No, it looked like a jump ball from up here, but they're closer to the floor than we are, so.
2.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Isabel Mia will inbound it underneath her own basket. The books here from Banks High School. It is your Braves 34, the Mavericks 28. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Banks Basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by our good friend Jason Bond Remodeling.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
And we're back, start of the fourth quarter. Jonathan working on tallying up some stats. 34-28. Banks outscoring Riverdale 8-7 in the third quarter.
To lead by 6 here at the fourth quarter. Braves have their largest lead has been 11 at 26-15 in the second quarter. Riverdale lead back up to 8. Foul is going to be called on Cosette Mia. We believe that to be her second personal. 6th team foul, though.
Fifth.
It is her 5th personal foul. So Cosette Mia is out. Coming in for her is going to be Sydney Cole.
And Nia
for
Johnson,
Riverdale.
Nia Johnson with a make here.
Tomorrow morning in practice. Back come the other way, Riverdale. It's Trippy with it. Now over to Isabel Mia in the left wing. Drives over the way to the other way. Over to, just checked in Sydney Cole. We got a pushing foul called underneath.
Treblo.
And the ball's going to stay with Riverdale. As Isabel Mia, no, she was going to inbound it, but nope, it's going to be a Scalich. Haven't called her name too much tonight. She gets it inside, tries to go inside, to Cole, but it's knocked away. Streblo for a three. Why not? Count it. Maggie Streblo. And it's 39-28, lead back up to 11. That matches the largest for the Braves with 7 minutes to go. And it's too much for me. 7 minutes to go here in the game. Banks way, Riverdale 28. Back after this, you're listening to Banks Basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
North Plains Chamber of Commerce invites you to Tenante's Pizza and Subs. Try one of the many specialty pizzas like the Mama Supremo or a delicious torpedo sub sandwich. Mention Westside Greatest Hits and save 10% off your order. Tenante's Pizza and Subs at the corner of Glencoe and Pacific in North Plains. Open 11 to 8:30 Monday through Saturday, and Sunday 3 to 8 for carry-out and delivery. Visit the website, Tenante'sPizzaAndSubs.com, or call 503-647-5761.
Welcome back to Banks High School. 7 minutes left to go here in the final quarter. The Banks Braves on a 5-0 run, as Trevor and I were talking about during the break. And it pushed that lead back to 11. 5-0 run in about a minute's worth of time here.
And we talked about Maggie Streblo a little bit. She can shoot the ball from outside, and she did so from the left corner that time. Probably one of the most experienced players on this team as a senior, and she's been the leader of those backdoor fake shot plays where they kind of lob it up to the basket, and it's kind of hard when you have such a pure shooter like her to understand whether or not to guard the shooter or the intender of the shot pass in the low block.
Jolyn Trippy to inbound the ball for Riverdale right in front of us down on courtside in front of the scores table. Looking for someone to get it into. Gets it into Isabel Mia. Now cross court over to Cole. Right corner. Cole had the ball stripped away, but Zaraski picks it back up. Really like Abby Zaraski. She's a great ball handler, tough kid. Gets it inside to Isabel Mia, and they're going to call something. It looks like a foul. Yep, foul's going to be called. They say number 11, number 10. That's Jocelyn Janisic. It's at least her second foul.
She's had 3 fouls in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Haley Evans is getting set to check back in for the Braves. Probably coming for Janisic.
No.
Nope, it's coming for Crawl. And also coming back into the game for the Braves is Katie Crossnickel. She's coming for Janisic. So Crossnickel comes in and Haley Evans back in. Grossnickel. Keep saying it, putting a C with the G. I don't know why.
Sometimes printed, the G can look like a C.
Rebound coming down to Madison Walker. She'll drive it up, dribble it up, and gets it back to Haley Evans. That's really the person you want handling the ball if you're Banks. Or Streblo, who gets it over to Grossnickel. Over to Streblo for another three. No good. Rebound coming down to Cole for the Mavericks. And her pass is no good. And Haley Evans coming up with it. Another turnover forced by the Braves. And we got a foul on the other side as Evans was trying to get around the defense, and the foul is going to be called on Abby Zaraski. She's getting close. She's in foul trouble with 3. Both teams now with 7 fouls apiece. A lot of fouls here, as Trevor mentioned, in the last couple of minutes. Free throw on the way for Haley Evans is good. Haley has scored all of her points tonight from the free throw line. I think she's only missed 1 free throw tonight. But that is now her 6th point. I think she's 6 of 7 from the free throw line.
And the rest of the team, I'm sure, has only made like 1 or 2. Awful shooting outside of Haley from beyond the or from the free throw line.
Dang it! I should not have talked about it. She missed the 2nd free throw. Broadcaster jinx, but Haley Evans steals the ball and waiting for her teammates to catch up. She's got it in between the rings. Kick it over to Streblo, right side, drives inside. Now back out to Evans. Evans holds the ball high overhead, gets it over to Streblo. Kick it around inside to Madison Walker. Perfect position, up and in, and the lead is now 16 for the Braves at 44-28.
No, 14.
And a little token pressure. Actually, it's 14, 42-28. Ball in the right corner. Inside to Isabel Mia, no good. Rebound, Madison Walker kind of came right to her. She's going to pull up, double teamed, gets it off to Evans, falls on the court, gets it over to Grossnickel.
Timeout, Banks.
And we got a timeout called by Coach Begley. I think that's going to be a 30-second timeout. So it is a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here with 5:29 to go. 42-28 is the score, as the Braves now leading by their largest margin of the game. And what do you think, Coach? Coach Brandon. What is he telling the girls right now?
Well, the key to that timeout, I think, is just to hold on to the possession. Madison Walker, not a person you want handling the ball in the backcourt, bringing the ball up. Nice job defensively, but really just a timeout to save the possession like you'd have on a jump ball situation or a loose ball. But Banks kind of pulling away a little bit here early in the fourth quarter, almost into mid-season form. The second quarter had some issues you would expect for first game, but worked some stuff out and looking pretty good here early in the fourth quarter.
All right, here we go. Back to the action. Haley Evans has it up top. Pulls up over to Streblo, right wing, looking over the other side now. That would be Grossnickel. Now it's back to Streblo, right side. Over to Grossnickel. Just going to be content to look around for the best shot. Streblo for three, no good. And the rebound comes down to Cole for Riverdale. And she's going to pull it up. She doesn't look like the kind of person that you'd want dribbling the ball. One of those post-type players that, yeah. And then she has it right now at the free throw line, looking for somebody to get it to, being hounded by Grossnickel. Great defense by Grossnickel. And gets it inside to Tribby. A wild shot, and it comes down to the Braves.
Almost shot that one over the top of the backboard. Barely got the top of the backboard.
Without even intention of shooting the ball. And Evans has it for Braves the other way. Grossnickel inside to Madison Walker. I like that. Grossnickel kind of out over there, down there in the corner, kind of as an outlet right there, kind of a roundabout way to getting it inside of the post. They don't want to go straight up and under, just go over to Grossnickel on a corner and into the post. And, and Riverdale's kind of figured that out as well and knocked that away. And here we go, back the other way. Zaraski has it, right side. Reverse dribble. Tries to go inside. I don't know where that pass is going to, but Nia Johnson got it. And Haley Evans walks the ball across the midcourt line. Calls out a play. It's time to execute. Grossnickel has it to Nia Johnson. Takes a dribble, goes up, and good. Nia Johnson, another 2 points inside, and the lead is now 16 at 44-28. Isabel Mia pulls up for three. It's off the right side. Rebound, Nia Johnson. Haley Evans has it. Working against Zaraski. Beats her, blows by her. Goes over to the left side to Grossnickel, guarded by Mia. Now up to, gets it to Nia Johnson. Inside and in. Nia Johnson is feeling it right now. Caution, flammable, in fuego, Nia Johnson. And Coach Scarlett can sense that as well, and he calls a timeout to kind of ice it down. It's a full timeout. 3:22 to go. Banks leading 46-28. This is Banks Basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com.
Welcome back to Banks High School. 3:22 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Banks Braves comfortably in front, leading 46-28, a 16-point margin over the 3A Riverdale Mavericks, who come in off of an undefeated season in the spring campaign and returning three of those all-league players. So this is not a slouch. Could be good season for the Banks Braves. Cole has it for the Mavericks. Tried to go over the right side, and it's knocked away by Gross-Nickel. And here come the Braves. Janisic back in the game. Oh, that's Kroll. Beg your pardon. Janisic back in the game now, has it. 19-footer is in. Jocelyn Janisic, 19-foot shot, and the Banks Braves have their shooting touch going. They're up to a 20-point lead under 3 to go. Putting some token pressure out there on the ball handler for them. That's Chanty. Now Duraski, ball knocked away inside again, and coming down with it is Leonie Kroll. Tried to go to Janisic, but Zaraski knocks it away. She's 1-on-3, so she dribbles it out wisely back out high to let her teammates catch up and try to run something. Down by 20 with 2:20 to go in the game. Zaraski, right side to Isabel Mia, takes a 3. That's a 25-footer, Dame range, and no good. Here comes Leonie Kroll back the other way for Braves. Kroll just going to set it up. Over to Streblo, over to Gross-Nickel, 19-footer, air ball, but that might not be an air ball. Over to Nia Johnson, missed this time, rebound again by Kroll. Over to Janisic, drives inside, now drives back outside. Cross-court pass to Kroll, and shot up, no good. Rebound, and goes out of bounds. With 1:40 to go, back to the Mavericks. So it's going to go to the way of the Banks Braves here tonight, up by 20 with 1:30 to go. And a wholesale substitution coming in here at the next dead ball for the Braves. Nice little pass inside. It's knocked out of bounds and going to go off of the Mavericks to the Banks Braves. And we've got 4 new players coming up as Coach Begley will empty the bench here. And I think he called a timeout to do so. So we're going to step aside. 1:19 to go. When we come back, we'll have the finish of this game. Braves leading big time, up by 20 over the Mavericks. This is Banks Basketball on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We're back, and the Banks Braves are going to go to their bench for the rest of the night, up 20. They'll win their opener up 48-28 over 3A Riverdale.
Yeah, Katie Raines is in the game. Madison Bigsby comes in. Josie Kimmel is in. Jonna Begley checks in for the first time. And here we go. Get it to you. Oh, they lost. Bigsby has it in between the rings. Actually, it's Katie Raines. With 34 seconds left, I would just, if I'm the Braves, I would just be, Coach Begley, I'd just say, hey, just slow it down. Just walk the ball. Don't even run a play. And they're just going to kind of pass the ball around right here. This is even more than you would have them do at this point. And as Trevor talked about, just some of the careless, tapping their passes a little bit too much there in this game, and so free throws, turnovers, making those easy shots, those bunny shots in the lane. Some things to work on to be for sure, but they'll have some time before their next game. The Braves will be right back here, and they're not going to go on the road anywhere. They're going to have some time, and their next game they're actually going to host next Tuesday. The Braves will host the Staten Eagles right here at Banks High School. Then they hit the road a week from this Friday, December 10th. They'll be at Gladstone, And then they're going to still be on the road, actually just a little ways away from Banks. They're going to Hillsboro, to Hill High, to play the Spartans on Tuesday, December 14th. And then December 17th, it's right back here at home when they take on the Madras White Buffaloes. So got a few days to work on those free throws and those turnovers before they host the State Eagles. That'll be their first 4A game. I think the Banks Braves are going to be and listened to as we go through the season this year. So, yeah, you want to stay tuned, and we're going to be bringing you all those games right here. Of course, we've got the boys basketball team in action as well. The boys were in action tonight on the road. We're going to see if we can run down some scores from other games here before we sign off tonight. But also, next game coming up for the Riverdale Mavericks, who are up southwest Portland on the west side of the Willamette River. They are going to return home on Friday night, where they'll have their home opener against Blanchette Catholic. So 3A competition. And they got some things to work on, too. They liked, Riverdale is, at least in this game, they like to run the ball up and push the tempo a lot. And a lot of times they got really sloppy with running their plays up. But they got Blanchette Catholic, then they're back on the road next week. On next Tuesday, Riverdale is playing at Scio. And then a week from Friday, they host the North Marion Huskies. So another 4A competition there for Riverdale. But their next games this Friday at Riverdale High School, Blanchette Catholic. Next game for the Banks Braves is going to be next Tuesday, December 7th, State and Eagles right here at home. And then they'll be on the road for their first game at Gladstone a week from Friday. About ready to sign it off here from Banks High School. As again, our final score, it was the Banks Braves 48, the Riverdale Mavericks 28. Banks really turned it on there in the fourth quarter as it was going in there. It was 34-28 heading into the fourth quarter. So the Braves 14-7 in the fourth quarter really put the clamps down defensively and started kind of getting hand and shooters lanes and just really kind of started playing the game a little bit, getting a little more aggressive on the shooters and disrupting what they wanted to do and not really letting them get into a shooting rhythm out there. But like Trevor mentioned, some things to work on, but they will work on it and get in there. We'll look at some of the final numbers from the players just unofficially here. Mia for Riverdale had made a free throw, scored a field goal, 3 points unofficially. Abby Zaraski finished with 5 points unofficially, finally hit a three in the third quarter. Zaraski took a lot more threes than that, but also did a lot of great things defensively for them, really set the tone on their defensive side for Riverdale. Abby Zaraski, going to be a good player for this Riverdale Mavericks team, so certainly get some names to watch for the 3A ranks around these parts. They'll be at Yamhill Carlton later on this season. Jolynn Trippy finished with, she had 6 points in the first quarter. She had 10 points at halftime unofficially, and that was all the scoring. She was really frustrated. Banks did a lot better job of her in the second half, finding where she was at. Reese Kagan never did get into the game for the Mavericks. Sydney Cole got in late, did not score. Cosette Mia looks like to be their leading scorer. She had 12 points in the ball game, 4 points in the third quarter, 12 points overall for the Riverdale Mavericks unofficially. For the Banks Braves, we told you about Nia Johnson leading the way. 6 points, we know for sure, in the fourth quarter, and she had 8 points at halftime. At least 16 points in the ball game for Nia Johnson. Leonie Caldwell scored a couple of points. Madison Walker really cooled down, but she had 6 points there in the game. Jocelyn Janisic had a couple of points. Maggie Streblow had 7 points. So this team could score the ball. They could also play some defense, but they, as we talked about, they got some